40s, 50s. I don't even know what it is, really. Sure has been mangled. So the Patton Museum is close by, so we're going to go look at that and read about Patton being out here in his training areas. And there's one training area that we're going to go to, if we can, that is where the biggest mock battle took place. Now these mock battles had tanks and you know, everything, airplanes, and they're dropping bombs, live fire. We were using live ammunition. So we're going to go check those out and see if we can see some of the gun emplacements and bomb craters, if there are any. And supposedly there's a lot of like tank tracks. See where the tanks went across the desert. Even just looking out here, you can see where people do donuts and stuff out here. I mean, those things last forever. Well, they say you can still see them from the 1942, I believe, when Patton was training out here. I know that's not forever, but that's a long time. But I'm going to go see that today. So it's going to be a museum kind of day, but hopefully we'll get some hiking in. I have a little bit of interest in this because, well, because I like history. And also my father served under Patton. Oh, make sure there's no cars. Cars, look, there's all kinds of cars up there. And the Army Air Corps in North Africa, the Mediterranean, and in the Rhineland. So he was out here, maybe, I would guess, because he went in 42, training, you know, with the Air Corps out here somewhere. So I don't even know what unit he was in, unfortunately, and all the records from that time period and much later burned up in a big fire in 1972 or 3, and a lot of the servicemen's records, national fire, this National Warehouse of Records, I think it was in St. Louis, burned up and destroyed the records of servicemen for many, many, many decades. I think the fire burned for like a week. It's a tragedy, absolute tragedy. So I can't even figure out what unit he was in, even though I have his discharge papers. And the interesting thing is, on his discharge papers, it has him being assigned to a bomber group that only served in the Pacific. But I remember him telling me that after Hitler or Germany surrendered, that he was reassigned to a unit and on his way to the Pacific when the war ended. You know, when we dropped the 2 bombs on Japan, the 2 atomic bombs. So that's the only record I have of him serving, showing his unit as a unit that he never actually served in, but he was assigned to at the very end. So it kind of sucks. Lots of pictures of him out in the desert, you know, in Tunisia and all through North Africa and in the Mediterranean, Italy, I think Corsica, I'm not sure. But nothing I can identify what unit he was in. So I'd love to be able to just kind of track his unit, some of the places he went, but I can only do it in a general. General means by following whatever Patton did during the war. This is where Patton started during that war, so let's do it. What do you say? It should be fun. Right in front of us is, I guess this is Palen Pass. This is Palen Pass Road. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that's Palen Pass or if the pass is actually on the other side of that going at a 90-degree angle. And nothing I could find is very clear on that. But I do know that a tremendous amount of troops were up in this area, doing maneuvers, live firing, dropping bombs from planes, strafing from planes, artillery fire, tanks everywhere, infantry battalions and divisions moving left and right. So it ought to be kind of interesting. They say you can still see the tank tracks out in the desert in a lot of locations, so we'll look for those and we'll just kind of poke around and see what we can see. I wish there's not a lot of information on this site, unfortunately. We'll just have to wing it. What do you say? Oh, and one other thing I noticed on the sign coming in back there, said that there was a guy, 22-year-old guy, went missing up here some time ago. It doesn't look like it was too long ago, didn't say though. Just kind of disappeared. He was up here with a bunch of friends and never came back to the vehicle. So there's probably a skeleton up here somewhere. maybe we'll find him, who knows. Didn't really say where in the mountains he was, though, so it's hard to say. I tell you one thing, it's taking forever to get up to that pass. We are getting closer, but boy, I tell you, we've come a long way. I don't know if you can see it or not, but way down in the bottom there is where we came from. It's just taking forever. And it's getting a little rough. Can we make it? Can we? That's gonna be, oh, it's gonna be a bump, isn't it? Go slow. Well, we got shovels, so we can always dig it out if we have to. Oh yeah, no worries. I think tail end's gonna hit though. Haven't seen any artifacts yet. Oh, human footprints. That's a, whoa. That'd be a good place to look for maybe rocks and stuff. Rock hound or artifacts. Oh, yeah, here we scraped a little bit back there. This is all from the wash when we get big rains. Like if we were sitting here when we got a big rain, we'd get just washed right off this road on down the hill. Kind of bizarre, isn't it? Ah, it is. I'm going to park up on the hill here, take this little walk down here, and just kind of look around a little bit, see what we can see. Jeez. It probably doesn't look near as bad in the camera as it is in real life. Get the stabilization. Jeez. Here we go. Alright, let's just park right here. Ah, much flatter up there. That's nice. I had to get out for a second because two reasons. One, the sign says to go that way, and there's a road right here, but I suspect it's washed out. So we're not going to go that way. When I was down along the highway, I mean, the highway was mobbed, it was packed. And like the only gas station down there was absolutely, I couldn't get to the pumps. I just said, hey, I'll just take a chance. I have an extra 6 gallons in a tank in the back. Should be okay. There could be no Coke bottle. Definitely had them up here during the maneuvers because I saw them in the museum. That's the path right there where they said don't go that way. You can see it's all washed out, but kind of weird that they would build up a road like that in a gully. There must be something else going on there that we don't know about. Yeah, that's silly. Why would they do that? Make sure we're on the right road here. Whoa! Drops off on that side, doesn't it? Okay, road. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Most difficult. Darn. Hope we can make it. Not so bad if you're with another person that can pull you out, but we're not, so we just have to burn the truck in place if we get stuck, I guess. Wow, that's cool. Here we go. So far, so good. Woohoo! We made it. I won't do anything too crazy. I don't want to have to walk back to the highway and then pay a couple $1,000s to get my truck pulled out of here. No, we didn't get time for that. Hey, there's a sign up there. That would be interesting. Oh, we can go there. Now it says Jeep, but I thought it said Jeep. It's supposed to be foot and horse, but somebody said Jeep on there, made Jeep, so we won't go that way. All right. Woohoo! We're making it. Now this is absolutely stunning. Ooh, like a ghost. I'm just sitting in my truck. Hey, we're still trucking up the hill. Haven't gotten to the pass yet even. Beautiful area. I'm definitely going to camp up here tonight. Well, it's rapidly getting a little rough. Think we can make it? Yeah, all right. Get back up, I don't know, but I guess we can get down. Let's hope we don't bottom out. Whee! I don't go too fast because my front end will hit if I'm not careful. That would be the danger. If the front end digs in the ground right now, we're stuck. We'll have to get out and dig a big hole in front of the truck. But it didn't, so we're good for now. Another big wash. Definitely don't want to be in here when it's rainy looking outside. You know, now that I'm driving through this, I suspect this isn't actually the pass that they had the maneuvers in, the mock battles. I suspect it's what's over the other side and going the other direction, because that's more of a big shallow U than this. You could not maneuver armor through here at all. Tanks, I mean, they'd pretty much be stuck right where you I mean, there's only like one road. There's no way they could get through. So I'm 99% sure that where we want to be is actually over the other side of this mountain. I want to see what this is. And I just hope we can make it and not have to go all the way back around. I don't know what this is all about. Must have been some mining up here. See, there's a couple stakes down, a couple things down there. So maybe there was a mine we saw up here. I don't know. A lot of that green rock. Huh. Not sure. We're by ourselves though. That's awesome. We're 200 miles inland from Los Angeles. So we're not very far from the Pacific Ocean. But I'll be honest with you, this almost feels like I'm further away than from anything that I've been on this entire trip. For some reason, this place just makes me feel that way. Hey, check this out. This must be a mining operation of some sort. So I guess the rocks we just looked at a few minutes ago, just around the other side of this hill, must do something here. There's a path up there. Wow, weird. That's some type of building. Huh. What do you think? Oh, looks like people have been having campfires there. Yeah, so there must be a mine. What a weird build. Is that a sword? No. Well, I thought that was a sword. Almost looked like it for a second. Or saber blade, you know. It's a pretty substantial building for being way up here. I don't think it's anything to do with the maneuvers or anything. I think this got to be like a mining operation. Not seeing anything that I can date how old it is. It's got to be. So you got some pipe. I mean, that's for water or air. Could be air pipes for like jackhammers and things. Oh, this little room was. Maybe this is a dynamite room. See dynamite? Little path on the top side for some reason. Let's go up there and look at it. Watch out for snakies. I don't want to find any old snakies up here. Alright, so they had a path up here. Oh, look, there's a big pipe down there. So something's definitely going on right here. Got a path on the upper end. Maybe there were buildings here and you could like walk into them. These were like the little basement cellar things. It's weird, that's kind of roundish though. I wonder why they did that. Huh. In the shade of the mountain. Keep it cool, I guess. Cooler. Wow, this is awesome, man. Let's go see what this big pipe is. I can see, wow, look at those colors over there. Those might be some neat minerals. We'll have to look at those too. Okay, I'm going to turn you off for just a second and go back and get my camera and my phone. And I'm going to walk over the hill and we'll take a look at that big piece of pipe down there, see what that's all about. Just give me a minute. You know, it's kind of a shame. When I was, researching this road, there was no mention of this up here at all. That thing I was talking about down there just looks like a big culvert that's probably washed down in there. I'm going to look at it, but I was glancing around with my field glasses and I see there's a mine at it up there going in. And there's a bunch of piles of stone up in there, so there's more mines all up in that area too. We're going to explore that, but I just want to check this out real quick. I kind of suspect this is probably washed down in here from a flood. Who knows what it is. Full of bullet holes though, wow. We should put a few in there, what do you think? Well, I guess we're in a wilderness area now, so we can't do that anymore. Yeah, that could be no water tank even, who knows. I forgot, there's some really weird looking rocks over here I wanted to check out. I mentioned to you, but I forgot to look at them. Right over there, I see some blues and reds. I think it's paint. Yeah, it's paint. They probably shot some paint cans. Some campers up here. What a canyon though, huh? See if I've seen gold in here. See any? I don't see any gold. Well, the dirt piles I wanted to investigate are actually on top of that hill right there. So let's see if we can sneak around and maybe get around the back side and not have to climb right up that way. I sure would hate to climb up that hill and then find out we could have just drove right to it. I've done that before. Oops. Ain't gonna happen though. All right, pull offside a little bit. Okay, here's the road, I guess. I guess that's the road going straight ahead, and that's just a side canyon, but we're gonna have to get out and walk. I'll leave it open so people can get by if there's really people up here. All right, let's take a little walk. It might take me forever to go anyplace. Like when I first got here, I had to really take my time going up these hills. Now I can pretty much run. Wonderful conditioning. Kill our breath. She used to drive up right here, but of course we can't do that. I haven't seen enough holes yet to make me understand why they had such a big building up here. Didn't really look enough ore. Well, shoot. I'm not sure what I was looking at. Must have been these things here. I guess they just flattened off the top. See any gold? Nope. Yeah, I guess that's what I was seeing. Is it? There's a truck down there. All right, shoot. Oh, you know, it must be on the other side of this hill. See, they have some old roads going up in there. It's a wilderness area now, so those aren't used anymore. What we should do, though, there's something over there, too. On the side of that hill. What we should do is keep following this road up and see if we can see where they go. Maybe they go to the mine. I don't see those piles of rocks I was looking at. This is all quartzy stuff, too. Could be gold bearing. There's a path here. Other people would come up for some reason. But yeah. Huh. Kind of weird. I could have sworn it looked like little piles of tailings. Oh heck, I don't even see that. It must be on the other side. So around the other side of this big one. Heck with that, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's keep moving. Some scratchings back there where they were digging. See, they got a trench going along the edge for some reason. But it looks like up in front of us, there's some more substantial digging. So let's go look at that. See what that's all about. Not exactly amazing, but I am starting to see I saw some clay markers up there, so it must be out of the wilderness area. Back into the BLM. This is, well, it could be private, but it's probably BLM, and these are just claims. They dug this out to get up through here. Saw some metal up here too. It looked like an old car or something, truck somewhere. From back there. Boy, yeah, lots of clay markers up here, huh? They're all over the place. There's one right there. There's a couple off to our right. Let's go see what that thing is. I should say parked in the road, I reckon. Well, they had tracked vehicles up here not long ago, so we must be out of the wilderness area. These must be claims. Trying to figure out how old this piece of equipment is. Probably give us an idea when that building was built. I don't know, what do you think? I think we're close to dropping over on the other side. I'm almost like 100% sure that the battle, or the maneuver took place in the valley over there on the other side of this hill. Well, I think I figured this out. That's the pass back there that we came through. It's Palen Pass Road down through there. And it dumps out onto this plain. Now this plain, I have come to realize, is Palen Pass, or Palen Pass. And from here all the way to the other side, it's where they would have been having their fighting and bombing and strafing and maneuvering. Up through here and down the other side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just find a camp up here in the hills somewhere. It's about 2 hours before dark. And just kind of take it easy for the rest of the day. Maybe hike a little bit, but I'm not going to do too awful much. Had a lot of mining activity. Probably within the last, 5 or 10 years. Lots of piles of dirt. You can see where they've been pushing around in the desert. And those tracks we saw, the tracked vehicle, that was probably only, a year or two old at the most. So there's something going on up here. I don't know if they're finding anything, but they certainly are looking. All right, we'll see you on the next one. I'm going to go up there. If I see something amazing, I'll get you out. Otherwise, I'm just going to see you in the morning. And we'll go look around out there and see what we can find.
She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek.